WBRC Fox 6 News Good Day Alabama.
This morning, the reaction from congressional lawmakers from Alabama after President Biden announces the Space Command headquarters will not be moving to our state.
And new information on the alarming events that led to the kidnapping of an 11-month-old baby out of Vestavia.
It's August 1st, means a new school year only a couple of weeks away for most. An update on how state leaders are dealing with an ongoing teacher shortage in some school systems.
All right, good morning, everybody. We're glad you're with us today, at least online. Good. I'm Janice Rogers.
And I'm Mike W. Yeah, it is great to have you sticking with us. We do appreciate that. Will we feel a cool down, though, after the hot week we had last week? Here's Mickey to tell you.
Hey, good morning. We do have a dry sweep on radar to get things going here this morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. There's a lookout live from Summerton, Alabama right now, and we are seeing a forecast here that's showing a little bit of cloud cover. Not much to be seen here, so we're getting started here on a day where we're not expecting a whole lot going on except some sunshine. Here's some other views looking out from Tuscaloosa. You can see 76 degrees in that view, and also 76 degrees into Chelsea. So our temperature readings are a little bit warmer this morning just due to a little bit of cloud cover that's out there in various locations. All right, let's move right along. I don't know what's going on with my hair. There, I'll fix that. But we've got lots of camera views for you. We're in the 70s, though, elsewhere, and you can see AccuTrack radar not showing anything going on except for a little bit of cloud cover. So as we look at today, temperature readings warming up into the low to mid 90s with mostly clear to partly cloudy skies, just a 10% chance of showers today. If you are headed to the Big Time Rush and Max and Jack's, this is a concert at Oak Mountain Amphitheater this evening at 7 p.m. Temperature readings in the 80s to get things kicked off, but dry conditions and a northeast wind should keep the humidity down. Now tomorrow we start to warm up a little bit more. We start to see slowly the dew points rise. Temperature readings getting into the mid 90s on Wednesday, but still pretty dry for us. And then the dew points continue to climb. Thursday into Friday and Saturday gets a lot more uncomfortable out there. It's that air you can wear again. Now the difference being as we get into later on this week, we see an increased chance of rain. I think we'll skirt through with a dry day tomorrow. But as far as Thursday and Friday are concerned, we could see not only rain, but maybe some strong thunderstorms rolling through. So first alert heads up on that. There's a lookout at our 7-day forecast. Mid 90-degree heat today and tomorrow. We get into Thursday and Friday, we could see some rain cooled air, but going with a 50% chance of getting wet. But we could see some isolated strong to severe storms for both those afternoons. So let's just be weather aware with first alert heads up there. And then a first alert for heat going into the weekend. We start to warm up together with the mugginess. That's going to get those heat indices into triple digits again, close to 105 degrees. But a shower will help to cool things off, but still keep it pretty muggy out there for the weekend. So that's your weekend forecast. Going into Monday of next week, start to get in a soupy weather pattern again with some scattered showers in the forecast each day. Check out a 10-day forecast in our First Alert weather app. Let's head back over to Toy now.
Okay, thank you very much, Mickey. We are taking a live look at I-459 here at Grants Mill Road, and you can see those lights flashing there. We got some road work going on 459 southbound, also the 459 southbound on-ramp to I-20 eastbound there. Kind of an early morning road work that we normally deal with, so I want to give you the first alert about that this morning. As we look at things across the area, we're in pretty good shape here. No issues or concerns outside of that road work. We're green and clean. A smooth commute for you as you travel throughout the metro area. All right, Mike.
This morning, still a lot of pushback against the president from congressional lawmakers representing Alabama from both sides of the aisle. This after his decision to keep the Space Command headquarters in Colorado, reversing a decision by the Trump administration to bring it to Alabama. The Defense Department says keeping the Space Command headquarters in Colorado will ensure, quote, peak readiness in the space domain during a critical period. The administration denies assertions the decision was retaliatory against Senator Tommy Tuberville for holding up military nominations. Congressman Dale Strong, who represents the Huntsville area, believes it was political.
This investigation will go on, and I can tell you this right here, between the Alabama delegation and also Mike Rogers, chairman of House Armed Services, myself as a committee member, I encourage the Secretary of the Air Force to get ready. They've got to tell the truth, and if they don't, we're going to deal with that. They have lied to the Alabama delegation.
Governor Kay Ivey says the White House choosing to not locate Space Command headquarters in Alabama, which she says is a rightful decision, is very simply the wrong decision for national security. And Democratic Representative Terry Sewell of Alabama released a statement saying, in part, Huntsville won this selection process fair and square based on the merits. In 3 separate reports, Huntsville reigned victorious, whereas Colorado did not come in second or even third. This reversal is as shameful as it is disappointing.
This morning, 2 teenagers recovering after they were shot in Fairfield. It happened near 40th Place Monday afternoon. An 18-year-old was taken to UAB, and the other victim was taken to Children's of Alabama. Both are expected to survive. So far, no word, though, on what led up to the shooting, and no suspects have been named, but authorities do not believe there is a threat to the community. An 11-month-old baby is home safe after a dramatic scene in Vestavia Hills. This happened over the weekend. Police say that a man shot into a home at the Grand Highland apartment complex and then took the baby from their mother. That man is now in custody, and police tell us he is the non-custodial parent of that child. His name's not been released. No injuries were reported.
Right now, Birmingham police need your help finding a suspect in an armed robbery. Take a look at your screen here. We put this image up here. Police believe this man robbed a person at gunpoint July 21st on 3rd Avenue North. If you have any information on where to find him, please call police or Crime Stoppers.
UAB officially breaking ground on the latest addition to the university. The new engineering building is called Francis and Miller Gorey Hall. It will include state-of-the-art classrooms and labs. The Dean of Engineering at UAB says that the project highlights its dedication to advancing the school. Now, the name of the building is in recognition of the Gorey family and Bradfield and Gorey's longtime efforts to support the university.
This building will bring together people who right now are spread out across campus in a bunch of different buildings so that we can all work together and collaborate across all of our departments. So that's a great thing for all of us who work here. I think it's also really important in terms of recruiting students, right, to be able to offer them the nicest possible spaces for their learning and for their laboratories.
The facility is expected to be complete in the summer of 2025.
Alabama health care providers are filing a lawsuit against State Attorney General Steve Marshall over threats to prosecute people who help women arrange abortions outside the state. The lawsuit is seeking a declaration, clarifying that criminal statutes cannot be used to prosecute people who help women get an abortion. Attorney General Marshall's office said it will, quote, continue to vigorously enforce Alabama laws.
Well, this morning we're hearing from members of the Alabama Democratic Party following a weekend meeting that resulted in the removal of the public and media. Now, this was the first meeting since removing the voting power of diversity caucuses, which sparked some controversy within that party. Those opposing the move made their voices heard at the meeting. The party chair says members of the public were removed from the room because of the disruption.
I didn't think that much of it because she creates a lot of drama in the party anyway. But when we got in the meeting, she had a few guests that was in there who were disruptive.
Are we going to be a party that is run by a good old boys network, whether that's a white good old boys network or a black good old boys network?
Well, the members of the executive board went into executive session because Kelly said that some members did not feel safe. The National Democratic Party has said it opposes the decision to strip the voting power from certain caucuses. Mike?
State lawmakers are adding funding to help recruit more math and science teachers ahead of the new school year, but there's another area where some school systems have a shortage of teachers, causing concerns.
Our strongest areas of concern, where we have the greatest shortage, special education. Look, our most vulnerable students need high quality teachers. And for years, special education has been the area where we had the greatest teacher shortage. It still is.
Dr. Mackey says state lawmakers approved a one-time stipend of $1,000 to help attract special education teachers. He says that will continue to work to increase the incentive money.
In Tuscaloosa County, you're about to see some improvements to Highway 43 North. This is near Lakeland Hills Drive. The Alabama Department of Transportation leaders say that the turn lane is needed to improve traffic flow there.
So we're adding a left turn lane on Highway 43 onto Wood Estates Road, and by doing so, this will improve safety for that intersection. I think a lot of the residents, they had wanted it for a while, and we looked into it and said we can accommodate this.
John McWilliams says that this work should be done by the end of the week.
The newest Jefferson County Commissioner, Mike Boland, is now officially on board. Boland was sworn in as a commissioner for District 5 after winning the seat against David Silverstein in a special election. We asked the former state Supreme Court justice about his plans for District 5.
Jefferson County is the largest economic industry in Alabama. I want to keep us at the top, and that means bringing in worthwhile industry, businesses that provide good paying jobs for our citizens that are already here, and bring more citizens in.
The position opened up after Steve Ammons left to become the CEO of the Birmingham Business Alliance. All right, well, if you have outstanding fines and warrants in Jefferson County, there is help available. The Jefferson County Amnesty Program allows offenders to resolve their fines without fear of arrest. It's for people with low-level, nonviolent offenses like minor traffic violations or a failure to appear notices. The goal is to help people get to a point where they can start over with a blank slate. The amnesty period runs from August 7th to the 11th. This morning, people around the world are remembering actor-comedian Paul Reubens, better known, of course, as Pee Wee Herman.
Reubens' death was announced Monday on his verified Instagram page. The post also said that Reubens had been privately fighting cancer for the past 2 years. The Pee Wee Herman character launched the actor to superstardom, spawning a TV show, several movies, with the last one just released in 2016. He was 70 years old.
Taco Bell is facing a lawsuit over false advertising. A man in New York filed the suit in federal court claiming the advertisements do not look like the menu items served. The class action suit seeks to include other Taco Bell consumers who were disappointed in their meals. For example, the man says that the Mexican pizza he purchased did not appear to have a similar amount of beef and bean filling. Taco Bell has not responded to the accusations. We certainly appreciate you joining us for this news update here on Good Day Alabama.
Yeah, we'll see you live on air at 7 o'clock-ish, right after the Women's World Cup. See you then.
Hey, there's Mickey.